Here are my picks for the top 10 rap albums of 2025 so far. Live Laugh Love is short, sweet, and sees Earl in a happier, more positive state within his life, especially compared to his past works, which is amazing to see really. Westside Gunn has been on fire in 2025. I had 12 at this spot on my list right before Heels of Ice 2 dropped, but his newest release for me slightly edges it out, being a more consistent listen overall. The Emperor's New Clothes sees one of the all-time greats in Raekwon doing what he does best, and that's purely rap and spit bars, with a mix of features from both the old and new generation of rappers. Definitely give this a listen if you haven't already. A somewhat under the radar release that sees one of the most consistent rappers of the past 10 years in Saba pair up with the legendary fellow Chicago native producer No ID to celebrate and represent the Shy for 40 minutes straight. Once again, Boldy James and producer Real Badman link up to produce Boldy's best out of 8 albums in 2025, and the crazy thing is there's probably more on the way. Genuinely one of the most fun alternative hip-hop projects that has been released in years. For me, Jim Legacy's Black British Music is the best hip-hop album to come out of the UK in a hot minute, with a soundscape that's full of life and energy. A horrorcore album for the ages, Billy Woods' latest album feels haunting and unsettling in a way that makes you feel Woods' trauma directly. Again, if you haven't listened to this already, please go do so immediately. One of the first major hip-hop releases of the year has managed to stay in my top 3. Mac Miller's Balloonerism is a fitting and emotional non-chronological end to Mac's legacy that'll have you tearing up by the final track. Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist might just be the best rapper-producer duo of the decade. At its core, Alfredo 2 is Freddie rapping his ass off and Uncle Al producing his ass off. I mean, that guitar riff on 1995 made me cry. One of the best albums of the decade and one of the best sequel albums of all time. Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips might be the greatest reunion album of all time. It's in my opinion only the second truly perfect album of the 2020s so far that sees Pusha T and Malice sounding as aggressive and as hungry in their late 40s and 50s just as much as they did in their 20s.